What I was curious about with Carpool Karaoke is you wouldn't answer who the best Carpool Karaoke guest was. Isn't that true? In other words, you avoided saying who the very best was.
Well, it's not the. But I could say who my favorite was.
Yes.
My favorite for sure.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
You know, I understand why the Paul McCartney one would be your. I mean, a guy from England. You probably worship the Beatles as much as I do.
Yeah.
It's just mind blowing that you're sitting there doing "Let It Be"
in Liverpool.
In Liverpool.
Yeah.
With Paul McCartney, you cried.
Yeah, it was
emotional.
I don't know what happened. I couldn't believe that I was. I remember when I was doing it, thinking, I don't know what I've done to deserve such memories.
Right.
I don't know what has gone right that I would have such memories. All of it, everything, the show, the Tonys, but like there in Liverpool, I think because there was like some jet lag involved, and you're flying, and then we got up to Liverpool, and then we're there and we're doing it, and I just had this overwhelming feeling of like my grandfather, who was a musician, who I'm pretty sure introduced the Beatles to me, with my dad at the time, and just had this overwhelming feeling of like this. If he could see this, if he could just get if he had the opportunity to shake the man's hand, it would have made his week, his month, his year. And here am I singing these very songs, and I couldn't help it. It just came. It overwhelmed me in the whole moment. And the brilliance of the man, of Paul, was when I said to him, and I was shocked by it. I'm not someone who's like so quick to be that emotional when you're driving around. It's just me and him in a car. And I said, I didn't expect that. And he said, that's the power of music. And I said to him, if my granddad was here, he'd get a real kick out of this. And he just went, he is. And I was like,
wow.
Like, and before that, he told a story which I hadn't heard before of how Let It Be came to him, that he'd had this vision of his mother, Mary, saying, just let it be, let it, like, and the whole thing, you're like, I don't know, I'd heard the phrase, oh, it stopped traffic before, and I'd never really understood it until like walking down Penny Lane with Sir Paul McCartney, and every single car at the junction is stopped, and you cannot hear a single horn.
Wow.
No one is beeping their horn because they're just going, oh my God, it's Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And you're like, what? This is madness.